No, Bachu. Let us see the first question for today. So we will be solving this passage today. Let us read the passage. The 4-day visit by Nepal Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda is expected to cement an outreach to Delhi that began last year when Sher Bahadur Deuba was in office. Nepal's location between India and China has turned it into a arena of geopolitical rivalries in which United States is the latest entrant. On the equally treacherous ground of Nepal's domestic politics, Prachanda has decided that his future in the office is better served, at least for the foreseeable present, by making friends in Delhi than in Beijing. His skilled post-election navigation to become PM saw him join hands with Khadga Prasad Oli, whose pro-China tilt as PM did not make him popular in Delhi. But as Prachanda wobbled in March after Oli's withdrawal of support, his fall was broken by the Deuba-headed Nepali Congress, an old India friend, and the very party that the new PM has ditched as he shopped for the top job. Let us move on to the next slide. Not surprising then that Delhi, which has wringing his hands at Prachanda's shocked move to team up with Oli 6 months ago, gave the Maoist leader with a tunnel war, who had once threatened India with a tunnel war, a warm welcome. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a rhetorical flourish with his promise of a superhit relationship that would scale Himalayan heights. The upbeat notes for the visit were set with newly elected President Ramchandra Paudel giving his assent hours before Prachanda's departure to India to a controversial amendment to Nepal's citizenship law that grants citizenship and guaranteed political rights to women foreigners who marry Nepalis. It will enable Indian women in the Terai region who marry Nepali men to become citizens without the earlier 7-year cooling off period. But the new law is unlikely to please China, which views this as a move to give descendants of Tibetan refugees citizenship and property rights in Nepal. The previous president had blocked the law for months. Prachanda also visited Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh to worship at the Mahakal temple on the second day of his 4-day trip. So basically, what is the key concept of this passage? So these passages about the diplomatic relationship between between India and Nepal and how it is going to affect China. It talks about that now Nepal is giving a higher priority to relations with India rather than with China, and it talks about Prachanda's visit to India, how it is diplomatically relevant, and it also talked about Prachanda's alignment with the Nepali Congress, which is considered to be a friend of India, and these played a vital role in his political survival. And due to this, he also received a warm welcome in Delhi. And then the passage talks about the controversial Nepal citizenship law, which the previous president blocked for months, but this new president has given his assent to this new law before Prachanda's departure from Nepal, and so this law is likely to this is not likely to please China because it might give property rights to people in the Tibetan region, like the Tibetan refugees might get property rights in Nepal. So this might not please China. So this is what is said. So basically, it's about the geopolitics and the diplomatic policies which Nepal is following to have a good tie with India, and it is giving more priority to making good ties with India rather than with China, because many of the policy of the citizenship, it is going to make China against Nepal, and China won't be happy with the policy of the this citizenship law which Nepal has brought. So that is basically what the passage is about. Now let us see the questions. What was the purpose of Nepal Prime Minister Prachanda's visit to Delhi? To strengthen ties with China. ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. To seek support from United States. ये तो irrelevant हो गया. To improve relations with India. This will be the right answer. This is a very easy question. To discuss geopolitical rivalries with neighboring countries. Nothing is mentioned as such. Option C becomes the correct answer. What controversial amendment to Nepal's citizenship law was recently approved? Granting citizenship and political rights to women foreigners who marry Nepalis, granting citizenship and property rights to descendants of Tibetan refugees. ऐसा तो directly कुछ mentioned नहीं है. Descendants of Tibetan refugees के बारे में, इसको cross कर देते हैं. Granting citizenship to Indian women in Terai region. It's not about Indian women, it's about the people who marry Nepalis. सारे इंडियन वुमेन को मिल जाएगा, तेरा रीजन पे ऐसा नहीं है. ग्रांटिंग सिटीजनशिप टू चाइनीज नेशनल, ये तो नहीं है, ये तो पूरा ही गलत है. करेक्ट ऑप्शन विल बी आंसर ए. ऑप्शन ए. Correct answer will be option A. Granting citizenship and political rights to women foreigners who marry Nepalis. What is the meaning of the word treacherous according to the passage? तो treacherous मतलब क्या होता है? Deceiving. देखता है क्या क्या ऑप्शन है. सेफ एंड प्रेडिक्टेबल, चैलेंजिंग एंड अनप्रेडिक्टेबल, हार्मोनियस, पीसफुल, कन्फ्रंटेशनल, हॉस्टाइल. चैलेंजिंग एंड अनप्रेडिक्टेबल. सेफ एंड प्रेडिक्टेबल ये तो पूरा ऑपोजिट है. हार्मोनियस, पीसफुल ये तो पूरा कंट्राडिक्ट, मतलब पूरा ऑपोजिट है ट्रीचरस टर्म्स से. कन्फ्रंटेशनल एंड हॉस्टाइल. ट्रीचरस really doesn't mean hostile. Treacherous is something which is like deceiving. So we will go with unpredictable and challenging. So option B becomes the correct answer. The passage can be termed as डिस्क्रिप्टिव, एनालिटिकल, क्रिटिकल, पर्सुएसिव. डिस्क्रिप्टिव तो नहीं है, बहुत सारे अपने व्यूज डाले हैं, सिर्फ डिस्क्राइब नहीं किया. पर्सुएशन तो है ही नहीं. क्रिटिकल एंड एनालिटिकल के बीच में से इज द ऑथर क्रिटिकल. क्रिटिकल मतलब क्या होता है कि तुम कोई भी किसी का मूव, किसी के डिसीजन को क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे हो, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं किया है ऑथर ने. ऑथर इज एनालाइजिंग, बेसिकली इट विल बी एनालिटिकल, बिकॉज ऑथर इज एनालाइजिंग नेपाल्स न्यू डिसीजंस एंड इट्स न्यू मूव्स. ही इज एनालाइजिंग how Nepal is trying to improve its relations with India. So basically it will be analytical and not critical, क्योंकि author ने कुछ criticize तो किया ही नहीं है. So the correct answer will be analytical. What is the author's opinion regarding Nepal Prime Minister Prachanda's visit to India? The author is critical of Prachanda's decision to make new friends. nahi, author is not critical. The author believes that Prachanda's visit will further strengthen ties between Nepal and India. I think this will be the correct answer. The author thinks that if Prachanda's visit to India will escalate geopolitical rivalries. No, not really. The author is, ऐसा तो कुछ mention नहीं था. Option C में जो दिया हुआ है, there is nothing like that. The author is skeptical about Prachanda's ability to navigate Nepal's domestic politics. No, ऐसा भी कुछ mention नहीं है. So the correct answer becomes option B. क्योंकि C के बारे में तो कोई इंडिकेशन ही नहीं है पैसेज में कि प्रचंडस विजिट. पैसेज जियोपॉलिटिकल कंडीशंस के बारे में बात तो कर रहा है, बट प्रचंडस विजिट टू इंडिया विल एस्केलेट द राइवलरीज, नथिंग एज सच इज सेड. एंड डी के बारे में भी ऐसा कुछ मेंशन नहीं है कि ऑथर इज स्केप्टिकल अबाउट प्रचंडस. हाँ, नेपाल की डोमेस्टिक पॉलिटिक्स प्रचंड ठीक से संभाल पाएगा या नहीं, इसके बारे में ऑथर स्केप्टिकल है, सच कुछ मेंशन नहीं. So B will be the correct answer. Yes. A तो हो ही नहीं सकता. So option B will be the correct answer. Okay. So thank you everyone. I hope you all have understood the questions.